Being the nerdy nerds we are, we both got ourselves a cellular data plan, so we had internet access pretty much anywhere. In Ziguichor, where we would be spending the next week, a full LTE network has been deployed, which surprisingly did not prevent us from getting completely lost. Apparently, Google doesn't seem to update their maps very often over there. But a helpful taxi figured out where we wanted to go and brought us all the way across town, where we were greeted by the manager of our next stop, a small studio called Black and White Productions. After a quick look around, we had a meeting to work out our recording schedule and then went back to the hotel for the night.
Alright, so we're in Ziguichor at the studio we're going to record at, and I didn't put the mic on purpose so that you could hear just how much noise from the street we pick up over here. This is the street. And this is the studio. So let's get in. They did actually a pretty good job soundproofing it so that we can't hear the street noises. It's made up like a little maze. And it's pretty far back, so actually there's not so much coming all the way through the back, as you can hear. There's still the imam, but still. And this is the studio. Yeah.
Our first order of business was to record the house band named RAS, so we did a quick patch plan and set up the full rig. We discussed the coolest way to set up the drum overhead mics, which ended up in the two Atlantis in a Glyn Jones manner. One over the snare, one behind the floor. The D12 on the kick was supported by a modified photo tripod, which has the benefit of weighing under a pound. A 57 on the snare, with a very useful foam to reduce hi-hat leakage, and a Clarion as a room mic. We plugged the rest directly and patched everything, including the vocal, through the PA so everyone could hear everyone. We also put a mic on this dust collection tower because we felt like it that morning.
J'aime ça.
The guitar was going through this multi-effect pedal, and as mentioned earlier, the bass was direct, but also going through this most fancy amplifier so the guys would have a bit more punch in the room. We tracked 5 songs, all written in the tongue of Molière. Here's an idea of what the raw tracks sounded like.
Dans des concepts qu'on se confie, les internautes parlent des scènes d'une apocalypse qui se confirme. L'opprimé veut mettre un terme à son mal pendant que les dirigeants voient d'un œil la zone internationale. Look, that's incredible. Of this is physical. Our time is critical. Relayed by this lyrical. Sicky situation can be applied for sure. You listen what I'm saying, but I heard much more. Look, that's incredible. Of this is physical. Our time is critical. Relayed by this lyrical. Sicky situation can be applied for sure. You listen what I'm saying, but I heard much more. That's a breakup. That's a breakup.
Yeah, short and sweet. C'est bon ça.
We decided to invest the time that was left on polishing all songs with a new vocal, re-recording them through the Lauten Atlantis.
Face aux bombes artisanales, c'est des drones anti-Assad, des méthodes qu'on dit pas de prix Nobel et de passage. Les peuples se révoltent, mettent le feu aux ambassades. Sont des populations, leur franchement.
We finished the day off by massaging this particular song with some oh-so-cliché but oh-so-effective power chords.
Yeah, en plein ça.
Il est là.
Rupture, les médias publics sont transparents. La rupture, l'opinion publique est en carence. Les banques, les lobbies, face aux promesses électorales. Entre ceux qui profitent et ceux qui protestent inexorables.
One of the great things about this project is that we get to record a wide array of musical genres. The next morning, we got back to Black and White Productions to record 3 rap singles and a kora player, which is the funky-looking instrument you see right here. The young man standing behind it is Fabuli Diabate, a singer-songwriter who performs with this traditional Mandinka instrument. Also known as Manding, this ethnic group predominantly from Mali are known for their very distinctive musical style and proper dialect. But more about the kora. Like the bastard love child of a harp and a banjo, the kora consists of 21 strings, held on one side by a neck, and the other, a bridge, sitting on a resonating chamber traditionally made from half a calabash, a fruit native to Africa. It's tuned simply by moving tightly braided rings up and down the neck. Historically, the kora was played by storytellers, which is definitely the case of Fabuli, whose songs all revolve around a profound backstory in his native tongue. But before setting up, I thought this was a great time to show off my out-of-this-world packing skills.
All right, so that's my bag. Pretty much all the cables are in here. Everything that has to do with computers and stuff. That's the computer compartment. It's pretty good. Actually, we're gonna set up. And on the sides here, I have some room for the power and extension cords. Right there. On the other side, some room for a pair of headphones. And over here, pretty much everything I need to record. So 2 shock mounts. I have 2 clarions over here, and one on top of each other, 2 Atlantis mics. Yeah, the other one is under there. Since we're 2 to record, it's kind of fun to be able to listen to this stuff together. So I have 2 Focal headphones in there, and hard drives. This is my work drive, it's SSD, so super fast. And finally, the rig, the Apollo Twin, which fits snugly on top of the bag. So let's set up and start recording.
At this point, we had to figure out how to record this unfamiliar contraption. Once it was settled, we started setting up for the recording until... crap! So we just finished setting up everything in the booth. The mics are wired up and everything. And just as I was about to open up a session, there was a power outage, which apparently is very frequent here. It can last anywhere from 15 minutes to an hour, so we're waiting for the power to come back. But there was no such thing. So after an hour of battery-powered entertainment, we had to improvise.
Ok, je pense que je vais aller chercher la carte de son. Juste la carte.
All right, so it's been 2 hours now, and we still haven't got power. So plan B, always have a plan B. We brought Zoom H6 with us, and there's 4 inputs and the stereo microphone. We're going to use everything. We have a DI because the Kora has a piezo microphone on it, so we're going to use that to get some bottom end if we need to. We have a pair of clarions that you can see in the back that are going to pick up all the little details in the string picking. And finally, the vocal microphone that's going to be the Atlantis. So we're going to start this and cross our fingers that we have enough AA batteries in there to go through the whole recording.
We put both clarions in figure 8 and positioned them in such a way to reject as much vocal as possible. Here's what the raw tracks sounded like.
bara moya fo moya ke mokoltema moya ke bara moya fo bara moya ke mokoltema moya bara moya ke mokoltema Musole saginyinde ah musolele Afrika musolele 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 Senegal musolele 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 Gaza musolele
Wow. C'est bon.
C'est bon,
Ah,
merci.
c'est cool.
Ok,
Ouais, c'est cool.
allez, ça.
Tous perdus, un manque de solution. Quand est-ce qu'on va avoir un best président? Senghor, Makila et Wade, Wekina Sunyidan.
We ended our visit to Black and White with 3 local rappers. Sirius Black, which is playing right now, Young Drama, which was featured at the beginning of the episode, and finally Esprit Mike.
If you white, bring a book. J'entends de promesses, président. J'entends de promesses, président. J'entends de promesses. Nakar yu nekk suñu xol du deñ. Tant de promesses. Yo président.
I recorded all 3 while Simon was checking Fabouri's recordings and doing the one thing you should never do in a studio: answering the phone during a perfectly good take.
Commercialiser dina bu tedd bi. Ñu yàgg dee si lëndëm. Fu ñuy jaar ba émerger.
Check out the link in the video description to download some bonus material.